let's play some Dark Souls. Little known fact, Dark Souls 1 is my favorite game of all time. Another little known fact, the Dark Souls series is my favorite series of all time. So now that Dark Souls 1 is getting remastered, I will be playing through Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Which is weird because I've never done Dark Souls 2 DLC, so going in blind for that. Giant Dad? Giant Dad. Okay, Master Key. Large. Honestly, Astora Noble's the only one that looks slightly human. I mean, you're fine. It doesn't really matter what he looks like. He's gonna get, like, his face covered up moderately soon. Single. Like, I'm gonna get stuck on Sin's Fortress, is what I'm saying. Like, I've never struggled with Sin Fortress, but going to now.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Now, in this playthrough, I will not be skipping cutscenes, and I will be reading every single item description. Because lore is important. And honestly, Dark Souls lore is some of the best in the gaming industry, in my personal humble opinion.
Life and death, and of course, light and dark.
I'm gonna shut up so you guys can watch this cutscene.
Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And now we get into the game proper. Let's see if I still remember how to play this game. I haven't played a Dark Souls title in quite a bit. Gonna be a little bit rusty. And I definitely forgot how loud water was in Dark Souls 1. Once we get past the first area, I'll be reading all of the item descriptions for my armor and weapons and all of that good stuff. Oh, and in Dark Souls 2 and 3, you only have to light the bonfire to like set it as a waypoint. Not in DS1. If you just light it, you'll go back to wherever bonfire you were at. And Dark Souls 1 is finicky like that. I was gonna do a shield run to commemorate like me going through all the series, but you know, I'm just gonna play it normally. I'm gonna play through it as it was intended to be played.
Oh, you. You're no hollow, hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, The fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh,
And one of the biggest differences in all the Souls games, you start with 5 Estus flasks.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
This is Oscar of Astora. He was supposed to be the second most important character in this game. But this game, beautiful as it is, was rushed. Horribly. This man was supposed to accompany you throughout the entire game and be like your companion from beginning to end. And now, as sad as that is, he is basically forgotten. Now let's look at these descriptions. Estus flask. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the Firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame, and dies to protect it further. Black separation crystal. This black crystal, long a symbol of farewell, is granted to banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relations. And the Dark Sign. The Dark Sign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the Dark Sign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. Forgot how to navigate this menu. There we go. Master Key. This universal key opens any basic lock, tools of the trade for thieves, but in this cursed land of the undead, most doors are better left unopened. Dungeon Cell Key. Key to the dungeon of the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the second floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison, segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world would not be gained easily. Straight sword hilt. The hilt of this long sword was found discarded in the Undead Asylum, only slightly better than one's bare fist, and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. Standard battle axe. Inflicts regular damage, making it effective in various situations. Powerful attack due to its weight, but one wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. Shield of the Savage Mountain Bandits, uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched onto it, has resistance to poison. And into the armor. A hood worn by the brigands, raid mountain hamlets, and attack travelers. In addition to protecting against the blazing sun, dust, and sand, it helps them tell friend from foe in the heat of battle. Armor worn by brigands who raid mountain hamlets and attack travelers. The addition of metal over a base of cloth and leather adds good mobility and defense. In addition of metal over a base of cloth, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. And that's every item I own. Well, goodbye, Oscar. Be seeing you later. And then he dies. I probably could have got back sooner to see it. This weapon's pretty strong. Okay, still know how to parry. That's good at least. You guys ready to watch the first time since I got the game of me dying to the asylum demon? Because believe it, it will happen. Or not. Not this time. Like, honestly, I am the most paranoid about this. This game. This is the run where I'm gonna die to Pinwheel. And we got a new key. Let's see. Big Pilgrim's Key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum's main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Sorry, English is difficult. And there's an item around here. Soul of Lost Undead. And where is that? Here it is. Soul of a Lost Undead who has long ago gone hollow. To acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. Now, souls are very important. They are both the currency and experience.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
And welcome to Firelink Shrine, the single most important area in any Dark Souls game. Now I'm going to be leveling, not that, what am I, a casual? Okay. I'm going to be making a suicide run, which means no armor, so I can move faster. Take that stuff off the hotbar. The level 1 suicide run through the graveyard. And many new Souls players will accidentally run through this graveyard on their first attempt. If you go down there, you get destroyed. Is that the one? No. My knowledge of this game is really rusty. And I'm not even playing Dark Souls 2 yet, which is honestly my worst part of the series. When we get to Dark Souls 2, honestly prepare to be disappointed. If that bleed activates, I'm getting one shot. I better keep running. And there we go. The Zweihander. The most important weapon in the Soul series. I can swing it twice. Once, I think, on a heavy attack. And truly, the most efficient weapon.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Oh
Ring
god,
them both,
Blight Town.
And something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
This young man is named Crestfallen. Well, he's not named Crestfallen, but like, it might as well be. He is the saddest person. This man just sits here and sits here until he dies. And every single time you accomplish anything in the story, you come back here and he has something new and condescending to say to you. And I'm gonna meet this young individual who I will do nothing with for the sake of lore.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Well, that's never gonna get used. This man activates a quest line later, and I don't know if I need to talk to him. Honestly, for the time being, I should probably just use the battle axe. You know what? Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Just for a bit. Because there is no way I'd be able to kill that rat in this hallway with the Zweihander. Man, no matter how long you stop playing this game, you remember those timings. And that was, I think, the first hit. That was the first hit of the series, boys. Never mastered that role. And there's the second and third. Yeah, I'm not gonna let the first death be here. Yeah, I'm not gonna die here because I don't know how to parry. Yeah, I'll level up and read some more item descriptions. Copper coin. A coin made of copper. It shows the face of Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. And humanity. The second most important thing in this game, behind souls. Rare, tiny black sprite, found on corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known of its true nature. If the soul, source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? I honestly should equip these. I'm so glad that later on in the series they added a use all function. I'm going to need 48 vitality, 66 endurance if I'm going to be using the giant dad build. It's a build about as old as this game is. Yeah, if I'm gonna die anywhere, this would have been as good as a room as any. Remember, always check your corners, because this game is full of tricks like this. Things that will only get you once. You will only fall for that trap 1 time in your entire career of Dark Souls. Black fire bombs, wood. Hey look, praise the sun. Okay. Remember to always read messages. They'll either bring you to great things or kill you. Yep, that's it. Okay. No first death in the series. How did I escape there? Nobody knows. Another important item. Go ahead, attack me. Boom. I thought he dropped something. It was just the souls coming up. He dropped something. Ah yes, hollow soldier armor. Another item description. Hey, man, I should probably like humanify myself before I show off armor. I'll do it at some point. Let's see. Armor worn by hollow soldiers. It may be old and battered, but its iron construction makes it quite sturdy. It's just the basic armor that you can get. Nothing special. Draw these guys out one at a time. You first. Ooh, that was a partial parry. Never have been good at parrying that one. Lucky I got that off. Now this, what you're gonna want to do is come here, here, and then roll, but I got caught on that little edge. You can tell that I've been playing this game for years. Ah yes, there's a nice young man down that way, but I'll deal with that later. Is it up here? Yeah, it is. There he is. Those are scattered throughout the game, and they're always important. Now I'm going to come up here and deal with this, because it would make this obvious boss fight difficult. That's what I like about Souls games. You can tell when it's about to go down. I didn't read the description for the Zweihander. One of the gigantic straight greatswords. No gay greatswords here. Only the straightest of boys. As the name suggests, the Zweihander is held with 2 hands, but its wielder must still be inhumanly strong. It is this great weight that sends foes flying when hit solidly. The winged spear, the spear of casuals, a long hilted spear with a barbed point, long reach, and it can be used with shield up. Effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage at the right moment of an enemy swing. But the hit radius is small, and it is easily blocked by shields. A decorated, elongated wooden shield, decorated with a white dragon. Wood shields are lighter than metal shields, but offer lower physical damage reduction and reduced shield. Let's equip this. Unequip this. What's my roll looking like? Good enough. And buff. Oh yeah, something in Dark Souls games, if you press B you slide down the ladder, but in other games if you press B you just jump off. And this brick right here triggers it. Oh man, it's really sad that I've played through this game so many times. I know what brick on the ground triggers the boss fight. And you can start off with a jumping attack. And if you're feeling extra cheeky, you can go for another one. Which I just might be. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit saucy today. Ooh, am I gonna jump off that ledge? No, I am not. You see, it's very common in Dark Souls for you to like drop attack this man and go right off this and die. And sign saying I did it. Okay. Little detail. You see that over there, those houses and trees? Instead of just making it like a backdrop or something, if you like were to take the camera over there, which I can't do because I'm playing on console, but if you were to take the camera over there, there is an entire modeled city with textures and everything, which makes you think that it was supposed to be in the game at some point, but isn't. The map in this game is honestly ridiculous. Like, you can see many things, like that over there, you go there later on, that's the parish, and that is Sin's Fortress, the upper area. And beyond that, like from Firelink, you can see a lot of places. You can basically see the entire game from Firelink. And I gotta be careful not to die with all these souls. But before we do that, I'm gonna trigger this. There we go. Oh man, for people who haven't seen Dark Souls 1 get played, this is probably like really aggravating watching me just meme my way through.
You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent
Solaire.
of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Here is the best character in the entire Souls series. Solaire of Astora. The greatest man. Look at him. He's just so cool. He's got his nice feather and his son Tabard. And if you didn't know, Tabard is like the little cloth that goes over your metal boy.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way
Anything
I
for
see
you,
it,
Solaire.
our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me
Anytime,
greatly.
Solaire.
Well then, take this.
And here's the white sign
We are amidst
soapstone.
strength.
The
flow of
best
time
item.
itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
You know, I could put down the Zweihander and go for a miracle build just to make Solaire happy. But I shouldn't. But like, to be fair, this and Dark Souls 2 are the only games where miracle builds are viable. Honestly, I don't know what happened in Dark Souls 3. This is a great area. This is where many new players of Dark Souls 1 die. Right here. You have no idea how many new players were murdered by this dragon on this bridge. You have to get pretty close for him to get angry. And there we go. Let's level up some more endurance, vitality. And I forgot to read the description on gold pine resin. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks. Applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets that resist both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. Bonfires are fueled by the bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge their previous owners to seek bonfires enchant their bone with a homeward instinct. Okay. Large soul. Black firebomb. Black bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Black firebombs are especially destructive. White sign soapstone. Be summoned to another world as a phantom through your sign and defeat a boss to acquire humanity. Hollows cannot conduct summons. In Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, and the white sign soapstone allows undead to assist one another. And I have all of this garbage on my hotbar. The only thing that should be there is the Estus flask and the soapstone. Honestly though, I don't know how relevant the soapstone is going to be anymore, considering this game's running on 10 years. Like, this came out in 2010, I think. And I have to run around here. And if you get 555, everything on this bridge is dead. And then I wait here for him to jump down. Hopefully. At some point or another. There we go. That roar signifies jumping down. And running this way signifies not dying. Because that man does like to breathe fire into that corridor. And I have been killed multiple times by him doing so. Now that he's gone, I can pick up these items on this bridge. Soul of Nameless Soldier and Claymore. Arguably the best PvP sword in the game. And here I go running into a corner because I went to check something on Twitch. Let me rest at this bonfire. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let me read the Claymore. There it is. Oh, broken straight sword. Didn't read that. Half of the blade of this straight sword is broken off. Only the completely hollowed would even consider using this as a weapon. And I have done a challenge run where I used this in one hand and this in the other. It's one of my best runs, honestly. And the Claymore. This larger type of greatsword is normally wielded with two hands due to its weight. This highly flexible greatsword can be used to attack in swings or thrusts. And I have 16 strength, so I can wield it. It's a very flexible weapon. You can do a lot of combos with it. It's a great weapon, honestly. In Dark Souls 1 PvP, it was a lot of that. Either that or Dex casuals with katanas light spamming all over the place. And if you're wondering what a Dex casual is, it's a person who levels up dexterity because, you know, obviously the bigger the weapon, the cooler the guy. And just look at your man Guts. Guts is a cool guy, and he wields a big sword. Ah yes, the boar, my favorite. The boar's weak spot is the, for some reason, unarmored part of its body. And I better be careful, because that will chunk me. Is he gonna drop it? Absolutely not. My luck couldn't be good. Oh yeah, I forgot this is Dark Souls 1. You have to roll out of attacks, not into them. And I have fallen, and I cannot get up. Who's left? You? Yeah. I could chase this person into this blood-stained trap. But no. As soon as I get past the door frame, 2 more hollows jump out at me. And then I see 2 more. I don't have enough poise. I need more. Heavier armor. Honestly, in these areas, the hollows start to blend into each other, and you get an incomprehensible mess of darkness and, like, shades of purple. Like, because these hollows are pinkish, kind of purple, and they get just in black rooms, they just get hidden. Either it's in between dead bodies or just the lighting in the room. Because there are areas in this game that are actually pitch black. Okay, let's fail this miserably because I am bad. Large soul. I think I forgot to read the description on the big boy. No, I did not. Okay. Why is it in my hotbar? Now for the most treacherous part, for which I will be equipping probably the longsword. That was the claymore. Here we go. Oops. Widely used standard straight sword. Only matched in ubiquity by the short sword. An accessible sword with that inflicts consistent regular damage and high slash damage, making it applicable to a variety of situations. This right here is Dark Souls 3 PvP. I almost fell off of that. I would not have forgiven myself. For this guy, I'm going to equip this Y-hander. And see if I can sneak. Backstab. And the Knight Shield. This medium metal shield is eloquently carved and painted. Elegantly, not eloquent. That's a different word. Although it is thought to have been used by ancient knights of the Nobility, its defense capabilities are similar to other shields. It's basically just a good shield to have early game. If you started, like, not one of the heavier people. Because some of the classes get, like, wooden buckler shields and... Ooh, poise. Why you do this? Yeah, that you are not going to be the first death of this run. Please cease thine heathenry. The man had 1 health. Okay. You know who might be the first death of the series? This man. These Balder Knights are no joke. It is very easy to get murdered by this man. It is very easy to find yourself getting murdered by a Balder Knight. And of course this man is going to block this hallway. Rather effectively, actually. Am I just going to have to, like, muscle my way through this, man? Excuse me, sir. I need to get through. You are being mondo bogus right now. Sir. You see, the good thing is, like, you switch sides and this man perfectly blocks you. Thank you, sir. And if I'm gonna die anywhere, it's in this courtyard. Ah, yes, the welcoming sound of a blacksmith. Ooh, the unwelcoming sound of hollows. Sit, sit. Okay. Let's see, what am I leveling up? Endurance. Don't have any more souls. Yeah, I do. Honestly, I could just equip these on my hotbar and use them up. And I'll use those for something else. Right now I have things to do. That's move.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
This man, for some reason, appears in Dark Souls 3. But here he is in all of his buff, ridiculously buff glory. And if I were to make the mistake of attacking this man, he would get up and kick my teeth in. And honestly, it's hilarious. I'm just gonna buy a Titanite shard from him so I can level up a weapon. But first I'm gonna read the Titanite shard. There it is. Titanite shard for weapon reinforcement. Most common Titanite material. Reinforces standard weapons to +5. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. Titanite chunk. Chunk for weapon reinforcement, not found outside of Lordran, which is BS because you find them in Dark Souls 2. Which is not in Lordran. In Dark Souls 3, which may or may not be in Lordran, the details are kind of iffy on that one. The lore doesn't really love itself very much. Well, it does, but it's just weird in some places. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun, but could they be mere myth? This weapon etching Titanite is imbued with particularly powerful energy. Reinforces weapons that cannot be reinforced normally to +5. After this Titanite was peeled from its slab, it is said that it received a special power, but its specific nature is not clear.
Need any?
Obviously, I'm going to level up this Zweihander.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Oh, and for the record, it's pronounced Zweihander, like with a V sound. It's German. Like you hear a lot of Zweihanders and Zweihanders, and for some reason that just really irks me. It's not my native language. Why should I care? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna kindle this one because it becomes an important one later. Now to reverse hollowing and kindle. Now by reverse hollowing, I have gone into my human form instead of being an undead. And by kindling, I get 10 Estus Flask at this bonfire, which is a feature that they removed later on in the series for whatever reason. Oh, this is actually better. And I can still mid-roll. Now, in my opinion, the mid-roll is the best roll in the game. Everyone should use it. Light rolling is for casuals. If you light roll, you probably use a katana. The crazy thing is, as old as this game is, there's still a good chance I'm gonna get invaded here. And there's gonna be summon signs. Yeah, sure, you can come with. Wonder if this is gonna work. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Oh, it works. And he's using the Drake sword, nice. Okay, careful there, bud. Remember your rolls. Ah yes, I forgot the Drake sword was the most ridiculous weapon in the game. Okay, let's go, friend. And this might be mean for me to say, but I'm honestly just going to sacrifice this man to the Hollow Room. Now the Drake Sword is a weapon you can get from cutting the tail off that giant Drake at the front. And of course this man's going to run in, which he shouldn't do. Is he going to Drake Sword it? No, he's just going to... Okay. No, he's going to get one shot by Hollows. I told you guys I was going to sacrifice this man to the Hollow Room, and was I wrong? I take no shame in doing what I've done. He knew his purpose. Now the thing about this room is, no matter how many times you play this game, the amount of hollows in that room always seems to change. No matter what you're doing, that room is always different. Are all the hollows gone? Looks like it. It's just you and me. And I'm gonna be an idiot and get hit by that. What? Impressive. Honestly, that is the second time, basically, that I've been killed by this man. This man doesn't kill you. I don't know why I actually went to fight him at all anyway. Like, honestly, that was a dumb idea. And I gotta Ember up. Not Ember, you know, the other one. This isn't Dark Souls 3. You know what, I'm gonna show you guys a glitch. Show you something that hasn't been patched yet, I don't think. Now you two-hand your weapon, and you equip an item into your use. You roll, use it. Now you like that. You roll, use it, and then press start. Roll, use, start. And in this state, it's cued the menu to pop up. So you go here, and you use the Estus Flask, but you use the Firekeeper Soul. But it doesn't get rid of the Firekeeper Soul, and it uses one of your Estus Flasks. You could use that to dupe souls later on. It's a very useful glitch. And honestly, I'm gonna do that to replace grinding, because there are some areas in this game that are moderately difficult. So I'm just gonna get souls instead of sitting there for an hour on stream grinding like 20 levels, so I don't get one shot by some later on boss. Oh, and if you're wondering, an easy boss that always gives me trouble, Seath the Scaleless. This man is a joke, but like somehow manages to cheese me every single time. I'm pretty sure I'm the only human on Earth who actually struggles with Seath the Scaleless. Is it the same dude? Yeah, I'll give you a second chance. You should honestly put some armor on, but you know, you do you. Not one to judge. Can I chase this Balder Knight into somewhere more? Yeah. Yeah, and this man actually exists. Ooh, my stamina. Buddy, honestly. Why is he drawing this man out? Oh my god, the Balder Gauntlets. That doesn't drop. We bowing? Okay. And that's the power of the Drake Sword, the most ridiculous early game weapon. Now, if this guy was smart, he would draw them all into the hallway and use the art on his weapon, but he's not gonna do that. Excuse me? Oh, he's gonna go take me to Lautrec. And he's gonna miss that parry by a mile. I'm gonna come over here and get this. One humanity. I remember there being a Balder Knight in here. I was mistaken. What's good, Lautrec?
Then, as you can see, I am stuck without
I am going to not do your quest line because you're annoying. But I am going to get something from you. Young Lautrec gives you something that you should always use no matter what you're doing in every single playthrough. The best ring in the game. Now, if you go back to Firelink and talk to Lautrec there, his summon sign appears right over there, but Lautrec's dumb, so... And you can summon the Sun Bro himself. And here's a boss fight I actually don't want to die on. Like, I'll feel like the world's greatest idiot if I die to the gargoyles. Like, it's great that I was able to summon this man that easily. Like, it's honestly great. Even though this game is going on, like, yeah, this is 2010, like, 8 years, it still has a devoted player base. And that's honestly the greatest thing about the Soul series. Oh, he did it. And here we have a boss trivialized by Jolly Cooperation. Ooh, didn't have stamina to roll. Thank you, Solaire. You are far too kind. And in doing that, we just got ourselves a large chunk of souls. And since we're doing the whole giant dad thing, I'm gonna have to make another weapon. I just realized that. To drag me through the god-awful grind to get this thing to where I need it to be. And that's the first Bell of Awakening down. Oh, and if you're in the area, you can hear the bell ringing if other people get near. Like, since I rung the bell, people playing their games will hear that ring. And I always thought that was a really, really nice touch. Also, take note of the lack of guardrails in Dark Souls. Many a time that will be your undoing. That's not... Let me on the ladder, okay. Ah yes, Monsieur T-Pose.
Greetings.
How you doing?
I am Oswald of Karim, the partner. Thou appearest to lack faith. Yet magnanimous are the gods. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sins my domain.
Let's see, what do you sell? Purging stones. Oh, those are going to be really important later, but not right now. What I need from you is... this. Well, talk to you later, nerd. And if you're wondering what that was... it's the greatest taunt in any Souls game. Well, what is it, nerd? That taunt right there is what makes Dark Souls PvP the greatest in any game. Oh, I get a twin humanity for that? Nice. Now what I'm gonna do is dupe glitch this homeward bone. What I said was I'm gonna dupe glitch this homeward bone. Now the whole dupe glitch kinda does trivialize a lot of the things in this game. But hey, it's cool, so doesn't matter. Hey bud, how's it going?
Again, you seem to be don't need anything forged.
Sure, why not? Gonna need to buy a bunch of these. Not that many, like 10. And reinforced weapon. No, I could level up the tail axe because it's a decent weapon. It's not good late game, but it wouldn't hurt. Like, this Y-hander is going to be my main weapon, but honestly, it's not good for now to just have that thing, since I'm going to upgrade it into something else later.
Where are you off to?
Something that requires a lot of materials. And as you can see, this Y-hander is already doing ridiculous damage. But I'm going to switch over to the Claymore for the time being. And then I'm going to run past this man right here. This man has the glitchiest hitbox in the entire game. That attack had every right to hit me, honestly. That if you're standing within 30 feet of that man in any direction, there's a large chance you're going to get hit. Yeah, I forgot how much health those things had. It's Vihander time. The glorious one-shotting potential of this weapon. These things drop moss, which is always useful. And here's a trend that is there throughout every single Dark Souls game. The illusionary wall. They appear in Demon Souls, I think, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I've never played Demon Souls personally, but I can only guess. And I'm gonna kindle at this bonfire because it's not important and might be useful for the boss fight that I always struggle with. Let's continue a quest for more armor by going through this godforsaken. Oh, by the way, this is death. That item is not worth it. It's a soul. It's worth like 300 souls, but you will die. 100%. Like 5 of those plant dudes pop out of the ground and they stay up. Every single time you walk past this, they will attack you. And I'm gonna run over here and partake in this armor. Dodge you. I said dodge you. Partake in Miyazaki's Dark Souls fetish. I mean, Berserk fetish, yeah. Because the Witch Beatrice, which is the summon, is a reference to Shirk from Berserk. And she's going to die before having a chance to use any of her spells. Except for that one. I'm just gonna pop through here. And the Moonlight Butterfly. Otherwise known as I've died to this thing more times than I care to admit. Witch Beatrice has fallen. Honestly, what did I expect? I basically just drew every enemy in the area here. Yep, there we go. That's that attack. And there are the heroin needles. There we go. Honestly, if you get hit by one thing from this boss, you're getting hit by everything else. Okay, I'm gonna summon Witch Beatrice, but I'm gonna go around the safe way. I'm gonna dupe another set of souls because why not? I have more. Honestly, it's legit. It's just more convenient for everybody involved. I'd rather not have to sit through me swinging at enemies until one of them drops to humanity. That's not fun for anybody. Hey, look, a summon. Hey, yo, idiot, help. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're a wonderful man. with a little bit of a lack of clothing, but you know, might as well. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, as soon as I said something. Now I'm gonna go around this way, as to not spook the natives. And I'm gonna pay close attention to that tree right there. Hey look, it's the enemy that there's only one of in this entire game. And look, he can deal with that. I'm gonna summon Witch Beatrice. When Witch Beatrice comes, she's gonna one-shot you. As I was saying. Well, time for these summons to do this boss fight for me. Honestly, if I just lay back, Witch Beatrice will kill this man's. With some level of ease, might I add. There we go. And there goes all of this man's health. Jesus. And as a melee character, this right here is the only chance you have to damage this thing. Why did that hit me? And I'm dead. Honestly, I don't know why Witch Beatrice has not one-shot this thing yet. Honestly, Witch Beatrice has the full capability of killing this thing in an instant, but hasn't. Witch Beatrice is one of the greatest summons in this game. Like, without fail, Witch Beatrice can kill this boss. And honestly, there's no need for me to kill this boss. My god, nothing happens if I kill this boss. I'm just gonna not. Honestly, this boss is more inconvenient than anything. How did that miss? The world may never know. Honestly, I need to get back into the loop here. I died twice to the Moonlight Butterfly. I haven't died to the Moonlight Butterfly in a while. I don't know how to dodge its attacks. I didn't equip the good armor that I got. Let's see, can I roll? No, I cannot. Let's see. I hear you creeping. Can I keep everything the same and equip the legs? Yes. Jesus, I almost killed myself. Hey, it's one of our buddies, the crystal lizard. Stop that. Hey, large titanite shards. The important boys. Honestly, large titanite is great. Like, it's really hard to get. Not as hard as chunks, mind you, because chunks are stupid and annoying. I jump down here, yep. And this was a suicide run, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. I know I'm gonna get killed by this Black Knight. There's no doubt about that. I just wanted this. Well, what is it, nerd? Casual. Be gone, thought. Oh man, I just cheesed that, man. I should. That is disgusting. Oh, on my way. That guy didn't drop the most broken weapon in the game, that Black Knight Halberd. And take a little sip. Oh yes, these plants. Way back when, there was a bunch of theories regarding these plants and how they probably did something. But they don't. Like, there's honestly a bunch of stuff in this game that people theorized, and none of it came into fruition. Like, none of it meant anything. It was just the designers thought that this rock looked nice. There are many people who would just, like, who could stare at this plant right here and find some ridiculous lore out of it and have some weird theories and speculations, or how that piece of rock has less moss, so therefore it must be a servant of Gwyn or something. Even though in all actuality, nothing is meant by it. Now what I'm going to do is not die to you on my way back. Yes, quite. Just gonna run through here, and you're not gonna hit me. Here we go. Hey, and Andre was supposed to be the son of Gwyn, and he was supposed to, like, kick the wall down and reveal something special. And it's, like, fascinating because there's an area behind this wall. Like, an entire area. Not modern or anything, but, like, just a big old room. Honestly, that's fascinating. Almost leveled up strength. Can't do that. That'll ruin the run. Excuse me, friends. I must make my way. And let's talk to Crestfallen now that we rang the
What a
bell.
surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Thank you, friend. And now on to something devious. Now there's a big old quest line where Lautrec kills the Firekeeper and you gotta summon him back and fight him and do all this craziness, or you do this. And then you quit the game. So you quit the game and go right back in. And then you get the reward for doing the quest just for kicking him off the ledge. But you miss out on like a set of armor that isn't that good. And boom, 5 humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection. This ring, a ring symbolizing the favor and protection of the goddess Fina, also known in legend to possess fateful beauty. The ring boosts HP, stamina, and max equipment load, but breaks if ever removed. Why would you ever remove it though? Like, it raises it so I can do this. And if I'm feeling extra saucy, maybe even this. There we go. This might be pushing it, but yeah, I knew that was a bit much. Let's see, can I take this off? Yep. Poor Lautrec, this man did not deserve that. Okay, now the next couple bosses are going to be absolute torture for everybody involved. And I could go through Blighttown normally and show you guys all of the super cool areas and things you could do there. Like nothing. Getting the Dex Casual Falchion. Or I could skip it and save you guys having to bear the 2 frames per second that Blighttown runs at. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, I really do like the slam attack on the Zweihander. It's really nice. I'm gonna equip the Claymore here so I can parry. I got the Grass Crest shield. What am I doing not equipping it? Okay. Old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is slightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. God, yes. Now, the thing of the Giant Dad build is you're wearing like the best armor in the game, and you just put the shield on your back and start swinging away. And that's, honestly, it was viable way back when. It's not good for PvE, which is what I'm using it for, but hey. It's fun. And I'm gonna get to that bonfire over there, and I'm gonna end the stream here. You guys have seen 3 deaths, all from me being stupid and forgetting one of my favorite games of all time. Too bad I haven't played this in actual years. Or else I'd be glitching through things and doing stupid stuff. The hitbox on the Claymore has always been rather finicky. One would almost say downright bugged. But yeah, we made it to the bonfire, and I'm going to end the stream here. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful day.